Well, how wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th century.
You want to urinate?
Look at me, ladies and gentlemen. And look at you.
The curse of humanity is a conscious mind. This is what we've got to realise, and this is what we've got to set free. And if that involves suicide, let it be.
Do you take drugs? Yes, you do. Ideas, philosophy.
You need to try anymore.
It's taken 24 hours to give me the maquillage done by Joe Dairy Queen, but don't tell anybody.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen your name.
Bedlam.
Bedlam.
But only at the moment. I'm going to be getting out of there when you take responsibility for your child.
How are you, my darling? Have you got a 12-inch cock? And are you poverty-stricken?
Artificial, failed unions, failed states. Look at Yugoslavia, look at Czechoslovakia, look at Russia, now look at Belgium. Unless there's such a thing as anal insemination. That child ain't mine. Unless there's a tear between the wall between your anus and
Slit in somebody's throat, down some sordid back alley, near the retro bar.
And whoever's talking by the bar, I doubt is as interesting as the discourse illustrating the connection between the 18th and the 21st century.
If this was a tavern in the 18th century, of course it would be treading in human excrement. They didn't have plumbing or toilets in those days, and if you're having a drink, why spoil it by keep nipping off to the loo?
And this is where it gets real.
Because here, I have nosegays.
Drop those stupid, illiterate babies who you're going to raise with no aspiration.
Because even more people were illiterate then than they are now. And I spoke to a Jamaican gentleman recently, and he said, the reason I'm illiterate is, if I read, it takes my mind off Haile Selassie and Jah, and I mustn't have ideas in my head other than my devotion to him. Isn't that lovely?
Yes! Yes! No! Yes!
It's on.
Oh no!
No! Now, if any of you know an 18th century woman painter or artiste, then please share it with the group. Because that was, beg pardon?
Mary Moser.
Mary Moser, okay, we can probably Wikipedia when we get home.
Her and Angelica were the only two winning founders of the Royal Academy.
Fantastic. Have you got that, ladies and gentlemen?
Whether we like it or not, everybody in the auditorium tonight gives a shit.
Because, as some of you, quite rightly, will spend your whole weekend by being assaulted by strangers, anally. That, in a way, is the modern-day equivalent of a country house party in the 80s.
Now, could you arrange yourselves, actually, around Natalie, the musician? You pot-ridden cunt. Listen. with no shame. Knocked out by a nosegay. There's no welfare state. You have no income whatsoever. I'm looking at the dock shop. You haven't touched a person in front of you. The chances are they're poverty stricken. Have yourself a nice time. And if any of you here are thinking, oh, I must keep my hands to myself and I must be sort of very orderly and I want people to think that I'm very together. What?
Everybody who stands before a painting is a voyeur. Now, of course, we go to X-Tube or whatever it's called.
All of us have been impregnated by the Christian right from America, and a lot of us, niggling at the back of our minds, we're still worried whether morally or ethically what we're doing is right.
And that tomorrow you hand in your notice at work, and they say reasons for leaving. I want to live in the 18th century.
You could have died there. If that had hit you on the head, we would have been bereft of a tireless campaigner on behalf of transgender rights. We're all friends.
Because there are so many parallels between the 18th century and whatever time frame it is that we're living in.
All I can do is step onto the stage and wildly entertain you.
Okay, you darling in a quite, not hideous, but quite busy gone on.
Well, do you know, I mean, I'm going to be a bit 21st century now. By you saying...
I can't take care, I don't have enough milk for both of them.
Yeah, but by you saying that she needs me, do you not think that you're projecting?
The office, and then we'll always be there.
If a woman had a baby and she couldn't pay for it, she'd have a pint of gin and toss the baby into the Thames.
You've been raping each other, pickpocketing, slitting each other's throats, coming on each other's faces, menstruating on babies. Anything. More than enough. You've come on drunk onto my fucking stage when I was just about to recite a poem by Donnet and explain the work of Fuseli.
The ladies and gentlemen know me. You know me, Horatio, you've just forgotten.
Yeah, everybody under the arches at Charing Cross knows you. Yeah, pot-ridden whore.
I think we should away now to the gaming table.
A desire to dominate. A desire to both humiliate and be humiliated. Who was that bitch who, she's dead now, but she wrote for the Daily Mail?
Oh, I won't use the word pretentious, but...
Did you see the ease with which a buxom wench would have urinated? Yeah, now we can go onto specialist sites on the internet. But that's next week.